I am sorry not only for the abuse our city enacted, but for the beliefs and the bias that brought them to bear in the first place.
Now at 5 o'clock, a formal apology from Boston Mayor Michelle Wu to two black men wrongly accused in the Charles Stuart case. It's now been more than 3 decades since the men were accused in the death of Charles Stuart, in a story that just dominated the headlines. And the mayor says this apology is long overdue. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. The arrests of Alan Swanson and Willie Bennett in 1989 divided the city. WBZ's 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗪 is live in Boston. And Beth, the mayor is hoping that this apology will mend a rift that still exists.
Because it was certainly a dark chapter in Boston's history. Black men racially profiled in the search for the killer of a pregnant white woman. In the end, we know it ended with the revelation that Charles Stuart himself was the mastermind. But for these wrongly accused men and their families, they say this is a day they have waited for too long.
I am so sorry for what you endured.
Got that.
What was done to you was unjust, unfair, racist, and wrong.
They were words the family of Willie Bennett and Alan Swanson himself had waited 34 years to hear, after both men were wrongly targeted in the notorious Charles Stuart murder case that had rocked the city and the nation.
It takes great humility and courage to acknowledge someone else's wrongdoings and to try to make amends. Your apology is accepted.
My wife's been shot, I've been shot.
It was the 911 call back on October 23rd, 1989 that set the case in motion. Charles Stuart claiming a black man had shot and killed his wife Carol and shot him in the stomach as they left a birthing class at Brigham and Women's Hospital. Alan Swanson was the first man arrested and jailed for 3 weeks.
It still haunts me everywhere I go. The name, my name. Everywhere I go, they say Swanson. They refer to the Stuart case.
He was never charged, as Boston police then zeroed in on Willie Bennett, a man with a history of violent crime, as black men throughout the city were targeted in a hunt for the killer before Charles Stuart jumped off the Tobin Bridge, as his story began to unravel 73 days later. Bennett told WBZ TV's 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗓𝗢 6 years ago that Stuart is a monster.
I used to get chills every time I used to hear that man's name. I know I didn't do it. They know I didn't do it.
Today, there was a formal letter of apology to the men and their families, but they've been looking for more for years.
We're going to change the narrative on this Bennett hoax. We did that.
Alan Swanson says he remains destitute as a result. How does this help you? Does it help you?
It can help me move forward a little bit, but that case still is here. It's never going to go away.
And in fact, Willie Bennett's mother received just a $12,500 settlement with the city after filing lawsuits. Mayor Wu said today this is just a first step in a long road of accountability for the city. Reporting live from outside Boston City Hall, I'm 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗧𝗢𝗪𝗓𝗓.